Hey guys, it's Kimberly and today's video is going to be a different type of video. We're going to be doing a hair tutorial with just like showing a bunch of different products and some different techniques and tips and tricks. I was requested to do this while on my live stream the other day, so I just figured, you know what, I was gonna make it a bonus video because I know this channel is primarily makeup and this isn't exactly makeup, and so I don't know how many people are gonna be super interested in this. I had interest from 2 people on that live, so we'll see. Also, I have short hair, so it's kind of specific, like there's not a whole lot I can do to it. I mean, there are things you can do to short hair, but obviously less than if I had long hair. But I am a hairdresser, so I feel like I do have quite a few tips and tricks up my sleeve. But things are a little different. We have the lights off behind me because I've never made a hair tutorial type video, and being that I'm gonna have to turn on a blow dryer and some different like hot tools and all the studio light that's in front of me, I don't want to blow a fuse, so I'm like, this is gonna be a learning process for the both of us. I know I have lots of things to talk about hair, but I've never had to like do my own hair in front of a camera, and so I don't know how easy this is going to be because it is a little difficult to do your own hair. Doing your own hair is not always an easy thing to do, but yeah, without further ado, we'll just get into it. So my hair is really short. It's like chin length in the front, just a little below chin length, and it's very stacked in the back. I just washed my hair. Also, I was gonna make this a bonus video, but it ended up being a real video because I have had just a crazy and stressful couple of days, and I just figured, you know what, I had to wash my hair today. It was, you know, getting to the point where I had to wash my hair. So I just figured, you know what, my hair's already wet. This is just gonna be the easiest thing for me to do. So that's why this is today's video. But yeah, it is stacked in the back. I have a lot of layers, and I have, my hair's been thinned out quite a bit because I have a ton of hair, and my hair is naturally pretty curly when it's long, but when it's short, it's more like wavy. So that's pretty much what we got going on. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I like that like tucked behind the ear look and then long on the sides. So because I have so much hair, to give me that tucked behind the ear look without me having to like constantly be fighting with my hair, this is actually like shaved. It wasn't necessarily shaved, we like razor cut it just really short here, but then if you've heard, I have been home from work for almost a month, since a couple days before Thanksgiving I've been home. So I have mad roots, as you'll be able to see, and so we took the little trimmer and I've been cleaning this up with a trimmer. So I do have a little shaved part right here, but it's nothing excessive. I feel like you'd almost don't even notice, but it just kind of keeps my hair looking a little slimmer on the sides. So if you want to get a haircut like mine and you have lots and lots of hair, I recommend it. I think I loved it before I did that, but then after I did that, it just was like even better. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna show you is a couple of different things and tips and tricks, and if you like this video, I can definitely do different types of hairstyles, but we're just gonna start with like a basic, easy for this kind of a hair cut, because I know that's very specific, but that's what I got. So the first thing is this product right here called Moroccan Oil Curl Define Cream. I really love this stuff, and it does say it's a curl define cream, but honestly, even if you have straight hair, as long as you don't have really, really thin, really, really fine hair, I still recommend this because I feel like it's more like a leave-in conditioner and makes my hair feel very, very soft and silky. So I just use like a pea-size amount, one little squirt, and I'm just gonna rub it in between my fingers and just kind of rake it through my hair and put it mainly on the ends. I'm not trying to really rub it on my scalp, just kind of get it through the hair strands. And I feel like it serves, one, it smells fantastic. If you ever tried something from Moroccan Oil, all their stuff smells fantastic. But I feel like I said, it just gives you that kind of moisturized feeling in your hair, and if you have a lot of frizz, I definitely think that this helps with the frizz and just controlling your hair. You can leave this in your hair and just air dry your hair, so some days I will rake that through my hair and then just kind of give myself a little scrunch, and I'll just get some like natural body. It says it's curl defining. I would say yes, in the sense that it gets rid of frizz, and so it makes your curls look nice and smooth and together, but I will say it's a little on the heavy side, not crazy heavy. It's kind of like a light lotion texture, but I won't say it gives me any more curl. I definitely think there are other products out there like mousses and just other things, curl gels, that give me a lot more hold and a lot more curl. This weighs it down a little bit, but it definitely gets rid of the frizz. That's why I feel like if you have at least coarser, stronger hair, but it's on the straight side, this will still be a really nice leave-in conditioner for you, but you can blow dry it into the hair as well. So I just put a little bit of that in to prep the hair. And then a style like this, I feel like looks good with a lot of body and volume. So for volume, I like to use this product right here. This is the Wella Shape Me 48 Hour. It's supposed to be hour, but I think, but it's like a little H next to it, 48H, and then it's from like the EMI line from Wella, so it's like EIMI. But this is a really great product for volume. I love it so much. It is a 2 on the hold like texture scale that they have. It describes itself as a heat-activated hair gel formulated with memorizing polymer complex. Helps you shape or blow dry hair the way you want and keep the look up to 48 hours. So it says to take a small amount in your hands and rub them together, apply evenly to wet or dry hair from roots to ends. I personally wouldn't put this on dry hair. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but like, I don't know. It definitely comes out like a gel, like a frosted looking gel. And I would start with about that much, and then if I felt like I needed a little bit more, I would, but I just kind of rub it between my fingers, and I really want the lift right here in the front. So I'm just gonna start in the front, where that's gonna be where the most concentrated is, and I'm just gonna rub it all in my scalp, especially on the top of my head, and just kind of get it in the roots. So I'm gonna be doing my hair straight today, but with volume on top. So another tip is, if you want to get a lot of volume, you wanna blow dry your hair in the opposite direction of the way you want to have it lay. It's over directing, so your hair is you're gonna flatten it in one direction, so when you flip it back over, it kind of gives it that like swoop, like little lift going on. So I like to part my hair this way, so I am just going to have it all going in the opposite direction while I blow dry it. And I've got all that root lifting power in it, so hopefully that will give you a little bit of a boost too. Since my hair is so short in the back, I will use a regular blow dryer in the back and just kind of like finger blow dry my hair. That's how I personally like to do it. But you know, everybody has a different technique, and I will get my hair roughly like half dry, maybe 60% dry, and I'll do my roots on the top too. And then I like to go in with this like Revlon blow drying brush thing, and I will go and do that on my longer like top section of hair. I feel like it's a great product and really smooths out the hair. When I had longer hair, I loved this so much, and honestly, I could get my hair very straight with just this one tool. You could obviously use a regular round brush and a blow dryer if that's your jam. Personally, I feel like when doing your own hair, you can do this, but it's a lot more work than it's worth, and this works really great, and it's a lot easier to use on yourself. So, just my personal preference, but since my hair is short, I can't get quite as much tension in this as I could with longer hair, because there would be more to wrap around. So I am gonna go in with a flat iron at the end to do some touch-ups. But yeah, so right now I'm basically going to do a rough dry with a regular blow dryer, just because the hair in the back is really way too short to get that brush in it. So I'm just gonna finger dry that and rough dry everything else, and then I'm gonna run this Revlon blow drying brush through my head just to get everything dry and not worry too much about how perfect it looks. Okay, so now you can see we look like a frizz ball mess. That's because my hair is probably like 60% dry, maybe 70% dry. The back is pretty dry, and then these front pieces still have a lot of moisture in them, but that's okay. That's totally fine. That's pretty much what I wanted to do, and you can see everything just kind of looks crazy. But we want to keep a lot of that volume in there because we can do the finishing touches of smooth with the iron, which is what I like to do. So this is pretty much it. And also, if you part your hair, like I part my hair pretty far to the side, so it's easy for me to over direct and just part on the opposite side. If you part your hair in the center and you still want a lot of volume, obviously there's no opposite. So blow dry all your hair straight forward, and then when you brush it back and let it part, it will get like a big little, wow, that's good. It'll get that kind of voluminous, just like flow to it. So going forward is also a really good option, but if you have a deep part, then just part it completely to the opposite side. So now I'm gonna take a clip and just try to section my hair a little bit and go in with the Revlon brush and just kind of get all of these ends dry. Also, personally, for the style I'm going for, I want to take my brush and have my brush be underneath my hair. So my hair comes on top, and I'm going to be curling it in towards my face so that it wraps around like this, because that will give me kind of that like bubble that kind of tucked in. If you put the brush on top and you go like this, you're gonna get that like Farrah Fawcett away from your face, which is very pretty, but I personally think that's prettier on longer hair. When your hair's really short, it kind of just starts to look staticky. So I personally like to do the underneath on short hair like this. Now, as you can see from the front, I've been going underneath, but as we get to this part up in the crown here, this is really going to lay backwards, not forwards. So I am gonna take it like this and kind of pull the hair front and swoop it back, because that's gonna give it almost like it's been, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully this doesn't turn out crazy looking on camera, but it's gonna give it almost like it's in a roller. So like if you're giving yourself a roller set, and then it will give it that like volume. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so now that I feel like most of my hair is fairly dry, we're just going to flip it up and start to kind of put it into where I want my hair. So like I said, I want it to part on this side. I kind of want it to tuck, and just don't be afraid to get into the hair with your hands. You know, I feel like so many people are afraid of messing up what they've done, but really your hands are a great tool, and sometimes your hair doesn't need a whole lot done to it. It just needs to be put into place. So as you can see, we've already got a ton of lift happening right here, just between blow drying and the little bit of product that I put in my hair. And we definitely already have a very sleek look going on. Honestly, I would be happy with this. I feel like that's kind of all you need to do if you want to get that general like sleek, I look like I did my hair looks presentable, I could go out. I like this, but if you want to go the extra step, I will show you that too. So I have a couple more products that I like to use, and my hair, I'm very lucky. I have hair that has a lot of body to it. I have a lot of hair, so my hair kind of does what I ask of it, but I know some people have really fine, really thin hair and they want to get that texture and that body, and that can be really hard to achieve. So definitely this product helps a lot. What I said before, the Shape Me from Wella. And also I like something like this. This is the Redken Powder Grip 03 texture. It's like one of the mattifying hair powders that's like a texture powder. So you just take this off and it basically, I'm gonna regret doing this, but it just like, hopefully you can see that coming out, taps powder. So it gives you a lot of body. I'm gonna kind of get a little closer. So basically what you can do with this is you can just part your hair. You don't want to do it right on the part that's going to be showing. Part your hair, and then you're going to take some of this and just drop it right in there. And then I'm going to part it again. It's almost like the tease without a tease. And then you just want to dab it right in where your roots are. You don't want to get it like all in the ends of your hair, just where your roots are. Flip your hair back and just kind of zhuzh it with your fingers, and that will kind of activate it. See how much more height I now have? It's like, it definitely feels gritty, and so it might not be for everybody because you're gonna feel it. Of course, you're only gonna feel it if you touch your like scalp, and since it's not in the ends of your hair, it doesn't affect how that feels or how that flows, but it definitely has like a almost like waxy, which is weird because it's a powder, but it does have like a waxy, gritty kind of feeling. But you can see how much volume that gave without me having to go in with a teasing comb or a back comb and get my hair all knotty. So that is a really great product for some people. So I like that. But now we're gonna go in with a flat iron, and I'm just going to kind of manipulate the ends of the hair a little bit to get them to lay just how I like it. So this flat iron is actually like so funny to me because this is a Chi flat iron that I got when I was probably in like the 5th grade, and it is kicking, man. It is still going strong. I love this thing, and I don't know, I feel like I will never get rid of it, and as long as it keeps working the way it is, like I have no reason to. So I absolutely love this. Oh, and if you guys are interested, the blow dryer that I was using in the very beginning, this is the Babyliss Pro Rapido, and I really love this blow dryer. I have 2 of them. This is my blow dryer here, and then I have the exact same one at my job at work. This is what I use on clients. It is a very expensive blow dryer, like $200 expensive, but I know that they sell them at Ulta. I got mine from like, you know, a professional beauty retailer, but I know Ulta has them, and they are extremely expensive, but I will say, me and another coworker has them and have had them for years. His has had a couple, I mean, he's had his for like 5 years, I want to say, at least. And he's had a couple of problems with the cold shock button. I've never had a problem with the cold shock button, but he sent it to them and they sent him a brand new blow dryer back for free. So they're a great company. Babyliss is a really great company, and it is a very expensive blow dryer, but if you have really intense hair and you don't feel like any of the blow dryers you have enough power, or you just keep having blow dryers break on you and you want to drop a little coin to get a nice blow dryer, I do recommend this one. I really like it. So there's that. But if you're just like the average person that doesn't blow dry their hair a lot, your hair is kind of thin, it doesn't need a lot, don't waste, because it's a lot of money. So, you know, that's like if you feel confident in spending that much money on a blow dryer, that's a good one. If not, don't even worry about it, because, you know, I think it's worth it because I'm a hairdresser, so I use it every day. But we're gonna go in with the flat iron. It should be heated up now. I'm not even gonna bother parting my hair. I might part it on this side, but on the thinner side, the side with less hair, I'm not even gonna bother, because really I'm not trying to flatten everything because I want to keep this body. I just kind of want to do the ends. Yeah, I just want to do the ends and make them like a little bit more cohesive. This tucks kind of a lot for me. I want it to have a curve, but not quite that much. So I'm just gonna go in with my flat iron, and I am just going to pinch the hair, pull, and tuck a little bit. And you just kind of play with it until it lays how it is. The thing is, since we're not going all the way to the root, and even if you were, you don't want to hold your flat iron in one spot for a long period of time. So as soon as I close my flat iron, I'm moving. And that's really important. You definitely don't want to get any kind of heat damage going on. That's not a cute look on anybody. And you can really curl your ends with the flat iron. I mean, you can make full curls, or you can get them really flat. It's just a matter of how much like twist you're giving and how much pressure you're applying. But sometimes I'll give them a little curl, and then if I feel like they're too curly, I'll just do a straight pass over top. And see, like now, I feel like that's laying perfect for how I want it. It has a little bit of a curve, but nothing crazy. It's not like coming back and poking me in the chin. And for this side, I'll take it in 2 sections. So you can see where my hair starts to get a little bit shorter in the back, I still have a little bit of a wave going on. So we're actually gonna go straight from the top, because the volume is really coming from the top sections of your hair, not from the side. If you got a lot of volume right here over your ear, you'll start to grow outwards. And when you're looking for volume in your hair, you're really looking for the volume to go straight up and down. that's typically the more flattering type of volume. So I don't mind flat ironing straight from the root and just, you know, just like your typical flat ironing. That being said, I'm also, I mean, you guys see me with mainly my hair natural. I don't usually do a whole lot to my hair, which is surprising since I'm a hairdresser, but honestly, I like my hair natural. I like the way my hair looks, and I do think it's important to keep your hair healthy. And so I try to do as little heat as possible to my hair. So sometimes even on these bottom sections, if they're not perfectly straight and you're planning on wearing your hair down, that's okay. You know, you're not gonna see it. If you have a lot of hair like I do, I have a ton of hair. And as long as you get the top section, I would say at least like 1.5 inches thickness of hair, you're really not gonna see what's underneath. As long as the ends where it's gonna show is smooth, if you have a tiny little wave in here, don't go over it a million times with the flat iron just to get it to look perfect underneath, because as soon as you put this top section down, you're not gonna see it. You're not even gonna see it. So you're just killing your own hair for really no reason. Especially nowadays when we're in quarantine, you're not going outside anyway, you know, with the whole situation we've got going on. The only people who are gonna see you are pictures you post, and they're just of the front right here. So that's the money shot. Now we're gonna take the top, and I'm going to, again, over direct my hair straight up when I flat iron it, because I don't wanna lose any of that volume. So I'm just gonna go up and just give it a little bit of a smooth over. Perfect. I like my hair to come forward at the bottom and then to have the top layer flick back. Personally, that's just what I like. So then sometimes I will come tuck it under, and then I will take a section at the top and hold my flat iron up and down and twist it this way so that we get like a little bit of a flick backwards like that. Just kind of helps it to stay in place without me having to mess around with it too much. And for the most part, I feel like the back typically lays fine, but honestly, I haven't looked at the back. So let's take out the mirror and check it out. All these studio lights makes it hard to look at a mirror, but I'm gonna turn around for you guys, and it doesn't look terrible. And mind you, I haven't done anything to the back except for rough dry it with the blow dryer. I didn't go in, it was too short for me to go in with the fancy Revlon brown brush blow dryer, and so I just used my fingers and the regular blow dryer, and I didn't hit it with the flat iron either. So this is what it looks like back here. Not terrible, not perfect, but definitely not terrible. So this is what it looks like at the moment, and I just kind of, you know, shape it with my hands, run my fingers through, and kind of just push up like this, because that's how I want it to fall. And sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of texture in your hair, because that can really show off the layers. But I'm gonna go ahead and just try and not even use a clip, because there's not a whole lot of hair back here, but I'm just gonna take a couple of sections and just do really quick passes with the flat iron and just tucking them down. Just pulling them and tucking them down. And then that's just gonna add a little bit of smoothness, but it's also going to give that little bend on the bottom to kind of help pronounce some of the layers if you're losing them. And again, I'm not like going crazy back and forth with the mirror, because honestly it's kind of hard to see in that mirror, but I've done this a bunch of times and this is just kind of how I like it. So honestly, I would probably just leave it like that, if not mess around with it a little bit more, but I would just keep doing those same techniques. And I really like the way that that falls. Now, if I wanted to get a little bit more height in here, I like these brushes, these little like teasing brushes. This one specifically is from Olivia Garden, and it folds in half. How cute. So you can store it, but I would not tease this side, because again, I like the contrast of the sleek side and then the volume. So I would just take a section on this side and hold it up and just lightly back comb it down, and then I always go over the top just to smooth it out so you don't see any of those like matted pieces. If you already have this in your hair like I do, then that's enough, and it will give you a nice grip if you want to tease over top of it. But if you don't, you could also use a hairspray This is the Tresemme Extra Firm Control Hairspray. Honestly, anything's fine. If you're gonna be wanting to touch it and move it a lot, get a workable hairspray that has a lower hold. If you just want it as like a final touch thing, like we're done, seal it and deal it, then a higher hold. This is a 4, this is pretty strong. But it's all up to personal preference. And yeah, so that's pretty much this look for today. But I can definitely give you guys some more hair tutorials if you want it in the future. I can do tips and tricks on curling hair because I know that's tricky for a lot of people. But yeah. Oh, one last thing actually. Here is a product I also really like. This is the Owella, again from the Emi line, Just a Brilliant Shine Pomade. And it is a pomade. It does have shine to it, so it's not totally matte, but I like to just rub my finger around on it and then just rub my fingers together so I have just a really light coating of it, and then I'll just kind of pinch ends and just kind of gives it a little bit more texture and kind of pieces things out so things don't lay so flat. See how these are now like just kind of pop and sit on top? But if you just take that and take a bunch of different pieces, or if you just really want this to be very sleek, you can kind of pinch it all together, and it just adds a little bit more texture and dimension to the hair if that's something you're looking for. Or you can, I have so much stuff in my hair now, I don't even know, but you could rub it on your fingers like this, or any kind of pomade. Probably a drier pomade would be better than a shine one, but you can kind of just grasp the front of your hair and pull it back like that, and that will add, see how you can see definition. Now I have pieces in the front, so all different ways that you can play with texture and different products, but I really like that, and I feel like this, I'm happy with this. So this is my typical like straight go-to, I would say, hairstyle for, or way to style my hair for this haircut. So yeah, if there's anything else specifically you guys want to see, like I said, like curling or just anything like that, let me know. I'd be happy to talk about it. I don't know how this video is going to come across. Like I said, I've never had to film myself doing my own hair, and I feel like it's hard to see and to move around. Thankfully, I didn't blow a fuse, but yeah, just let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!